Hi everyone, today we're talking about what every wife wants but rarely says. So, have you noticed that sometimes a wife can say, I'm fine, while everything about her says otherwise? So, she will smile, she keeps the house running, she looks after the children, she goes to work, she remembers birthdays, she remembers appointments, she remembers everyone's needs. But somewhere beneath all of that, she's hoping someone notices that she's carrying more than she's saying. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Today, I want to talk about something I think many husbands genuinely want to understand. Not what women post on social media, not what movies tell us, not stereotypes, just some of the things many wives quietly, long for, but don't always know how to put it into words. This isn't about blaming husbands. It's not also about saying wives are always right. Marriage isn't about choosing sides. Marriage is about understanding each other a little better than we did yesterday. So let's talk honestly. The first thing many wives want is to feel emotionally seen. And I don't just mean being looked at, I mean being noticed. A husband might notice that dinner is ready, that the laundry is folded, that the children are asleep. But does he notice when his wife is emotionally exhausted, when she's quieter than usual? Does he notice that sometimes the most powerful question a husband can ask isn't what's for dinner, it's how are you really? And then actually listen, not while looking at a phone, not while watching television, just listen. Many wives aren't looking for someone to fix every problem, they are just looking for someone who makes them feel like their feelings matter. The second thing many wives quietly long for is appreciation. Now, before someone says, but I work hard too, absolutely, many husbands work incredibly hard. Don't get me wrong. Marriage isn't a competition over who does more, but appreciation is something both people need. Think about how many invisible things happen in a family, like planning meals, remembering school events, buying birthday presents, keeping track of appointments, checking if everyone has eaten, thinking about tomorrow before today has even finished. A lot of that work happens quietly, and it because it's quiet, it's often easy to overlook. It's really really easy to overlook. Sometimes all a wife wants to hear is, I noticed, thank you, I appreciate everything you do. Trust me, those words cost nothing. They cost nothing, but they can mean everything. So the third thing many wives want is partnership. Partnership, not perfection, partnership. Marriage works best when both people feel like they are carrying life together. it's never really about it's never really about whose turn it is to wash the dishes. It's about knowing you're not carrying everything alone. Sometimes helping isn't even about doing something huge. And I'm serious. It's not about doing something huge. It's noticing it's all about asking, what can I take off your plate today? That question says we are a team. And every marriage needs to feel like a team. And the fourth thing is emotional safety. This one is huge, really really huge. A wife wants to know that she can be honest without being dismissed, that she can express disappointment without being called dramatic. Do you understand what I'm saying? That she can share fears without feeling judged. Emotional safety doesn't mean you will never disagree. Healthy couples, they disagree, but they disagree respectfully. They don't make each other feel small. They don't use sarcasm as a weapon. They don't embarrass each other. They don't keep scores. Home should be the safest place in the world, not the place where someone feels they have to walk on eggshells. The fifth thing I think many wives quietly want is to still be pursued. Honestly, this is a game changer. Don't pursue her with expensive holidays, not with luxury gifts. I know some women would like that, but with intention. Remember dating. You asked questions, you laughed, you planned time together, you wanted to know everything about each other. Then, boom, life happened. Children, you have mortgages to pay, you have work, you have responsibilities. So slowly, many couples stop dating the person they married. They become excellent managers of a household, but poor students of each other. Honestly, they become poor students of each other. One thoughtful conversation, one coffee together, one unexpected hug, one message during the day saying I was thinking about you. Those moments remind a wife, oh, I'm still chosen. Now, the sixth thing wives rarely say out loud is that sometimes they don't need solutions. Honestly, this is another big one. They need understanding. Many husbands are incredible problem solvers, yes, but they immediately start looking for answers. Not every conversation is a request for a solution. Sometimes it's simply an invitation into someone's heart. Sometimes the best response is, oh, that sounds really difficult. I'm here. I understand why you feel that way. Feelings understood, often bring more comfort than hearing perfect advice. Now, I also want to say something to wives, but this conversation, it goes both ways. If you are expecting your husband to automatically know what you're thinking, he probably won't. I'm serious. He probably won't. Communication isn't weakness, it's kindness. If you need help, ask, open your mouth, talk, ask. If you need more affection, say so. If you are feeling overwhelmed, let him know. Your husband cannot respond to needs he doesn't even know exist. Marriage isn't about expecting mind reading, it's about creating like a safe place where honesty becomes normal. One of the biggest lessons I've learned after 5 years plus of marriage is this: the happiest marriages aren't built by perfect husbands or perfect wives. They are built by two imperfect people who keep learning each other. People change, dreams change, responsibilities change. What your spouse needed 5 years ago may not be what they need today. This is true. It's not the same thing. That's why curiosity is so important. So never stop asking, how can I love you better now? Imagine if every husband asks that question once every month, just once every month. Imagine if every wife asks the same question. How different would marriages look? Now, before I finish, I want to leave every couple with a simple challenge. Tonight, instead of asking, how was your day? Ask this instead: what has the hardest part of your week been? Then listen without interrupting, without defending yourself, without trying to fix everything. Just listen. You might learn something about your spouse that you never knew. And those are the conversations that keep marriages alive. I will leave you with this. Most wives, they don't expect perfection. They don't expect a husband who never makes mistakes. They simply want to know they are loved, valued, heard, appreciated, and chosen. And then a wife consistently feels those things. Love has room to grow. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Whether you're a wife or a husband, engaged, single, if you're single, or you're simply learning about healthy relationships, what do you think is one thing wives need that people don't talk about enough? Let's have a respectful conversation in the comments. And if you enjoy honest conversations about marriage, family, healthy living, and building stronger relationships, don't forget to subscribe or follow my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.